Hi, we're back with the Soldiers Family Radio and TV Talk Show. Let me tell you something. I've had the privilege to meet with Mr. Michael Mick Yeager, local
Local
786
786
in
in Chicago,
International
International
Brotherhood of Teamsters,
Teamsters,
and the young lady
and the
sitting
young
next
lady
to
sitting
him,
next to him,
Elizabeth Belcaster from
EMB
EMB
Consultants.
Consultants.
It is now my pleasure to reintroduce them again on the first
SFTVR.com show.
SFTVR.com
Mr. President, how are you? Local 786. Miss Belcaster?
How are you?
How exciting! I'm so excited.
Pleasure to be here.
A little
Really
bit.
happy to be here. Yeah.
And Elizabeth, it's because of you that we're actually here today, 1 year later, and you
Yeah.
invited us down to 300 South Ashland to say hi to everybody, and it started with your phone call. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome.
We're excited.
We're excited for you.
Tell us a little
And
bit
we're
about
excited.
EMB and the Teamsters here.
Well, I work with not just the Teamsters, but I'm contracted with the Teamsters to do programs like the Teamsters Military Assistance Program. Mick and I have traveled the country developing programs. In particular, the first program that we did was with commercial driver's licensing, finding ways to assist those who are coming back from the military and transitioning their military skills in the civilian sector. So we've been fortunate enough to have the resources of the Teamsters that have given us the opportunity to travel. Most of the programming that we've done was developed in Illinois and piloted in Illinois with Governor Quinn. And
Hi, Governor
Hi, Governor
yes,
Quinn.
and we continue those efforts all over the country.
Hi, Veronica Siegel.
Yeah, exactly. We're now doing a national summit next week, credentialing and licensing summit. We're going to be lead panelists on that. So we're excited. We're happy to be here, and we're happy to have these tools of communication that are so critical to get the information out to our veterans, our reserve, and our guard candidates. But Mick can probably expand a little bit more on that too.
Well,
Well,
ladies and gentlemen,
ladies and
without
gentlemen,
further ado, Mick Yeager, we
Mick
always
Yeager,
stop
we
the
always
show.
stop.
Let's get that camera
Get that
right here.
camera right.
Come down a little
Down here.
bit. And to a
And to a
Vietnam veteran.
Vietnam veteran.
Welcome home, sir.
Thank you. Thanks. Good to be home. Good to be
Welcome
alive.
home.
Welcome home.
Mick, you're a
Mick,
very
you're
humble
very
young man,
humble.
and every time we
Every
talk
time
with
we
you,
talk
you're
with
trying
you,
to help the next
next
person in line.
In line.
Tell us a little bit
Tell us a
about
little bit
yourself,
about
the
yourself,
Teamsters, and
Teamsters,
Helmets to
and
Hard
Helmets to
Hats.
Hard Hats.
Well, as you know, the Vietnam veterans, when we came back, we were not afforded the opportunities available to the other veterans that came before us. And to a man, we pretty much agreed that what we were going to do is, if this ever happened again, if there were future wars, we were going to make sure that the veterans that were going to return from those wars were going to get a fair shake. As a result of that, as you know, we had our own parade. We formed our own parade. We bought
That's
our
right.
Own,
That's right.
paid for our own memorial. We went out of our way now to make sure that we try and find a job for every returning veteran that comes back. So we started a program called Helmetstohardhats and the Teamsters Military Assistance Program, where we transition to military occupational specialties. That is, if you were a truck driver in the military, we try to get you back here and get you to drive a truck. If you belong to a reserve unit, it's a wonderful thing because you can ply your trade all week long. And then when you report to your reserve unit, you're sharp, you're ready to go, you're ready to be deployed.
And one of the
And
things
one of the
that I
things
think
that
you have a
you
problem with from
with
some of
some
your
of your
employers out there is that the
that
guys who go to
hard
hard hats,
hats,
they're
if
supposed to start at 6, they're there at 4
they're
o'clock
there
in the
at 4
morning.
o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I did have an
Yeah.
employer. I did have an employer call me. He called me up and he said, "Mick, look, we have a problem. You got to talk to these soldiers." I said, "What's the problem?" He says, "We don't open till 5:30. They're here at 5, crawling under the fence to polish their trucks." So that's about the only problem you have with them. You see, they make wonderful employees because they're totally immersed in a team concept. That failing is not an option with these young people. These are the best trained, the best equipped, the smartest kids you've ever going to see in your life. And I hate to call them kids because they may join the army and they're not kids, or they are kids. But when they get back, they're grown men and grown women.
Yeah.
So the whole kicker for us is to try and get them to transition all their military skills. There's a job for each one of those military skills. We represent 182 occupations in the Teamsters. There's approximately 202 occupations in the military. So we represent airline pilots, nurses, EMTs, truck drivers, quarrymen, demolition guys, all that stuff.
Medical?
Yeah. Medical. Now medical.
Which
Yeah.
is now we started Heroes to Healthcare, which is going to be another big program for us.
Well, one of the
Well,
things
one of the
that
things
we
that
carry
we
with
carry
us all the
with us all the
time,
time,
if you can
just
just
move
move
a little bit over to the right.
So let me see
So
the
let
screen
me
here
see
for
the screen
a
here
second.
for a second.
We'd like to do a special shout out to Philip John, Lance Corporal, Philip John Martini, United States Marine Corps. His father had given this to me. Phil, we love you, we miss you. You are not forgotten. That's why we do this show. Your father now carries on with your name, with Heroes to Healthcare. And because of that, because of your great service to our country, we will say hello, we love you, we miss you on every show that we can. Lance Corporal Philip John Martini, you are not forgotten.
Yeah. Phil would have loved to have been here today too, because we do have some exciting
We'll get him on
things
the next
going on.
show.
We will. We
Right.
will. You know, just on a side note, I want to be clear with everybody. We've been doing this for a very long time. Some of the programs that we've developed, it's taken us 4 years to develop our CDL licensing program. But in the process of, Helmets to Hard Hats has put 40,000 soldiers to work.
Wow.
40,000.
Wow.
That's a big number, and we take great pride in that. And we're going to continue those efforts, and how we'll continue those efforts is based on the relationships with the employers and based on the program development with the state agencies and the partnering efforts with the military. So we're excited about it, and we're happy to have you as part of our communicating team.
Nick?
It's a great part about being from Illinois. You know, Governor Quinn has been a great advocate.
We love
Governor.
Yes.
Governor Quinn is the only politician I've ever met in my life that doesn't think about the next election. He worries about the next generation.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most important thing for the voters to remember. He has been instrumental in us carrying our program forward. We have over 2,000 veterans working for right alone. We couldn't find better
Wow.
employees.
State of Illinois
The governor
stepped
has
up.
been a
No
staunch,
question about
staunch
it.
advocate. Before he became governor, I think Illinois was 47th in Veterans Affairs. We're now number 4.
Yep.
So that just shows you what one good man can do in 4 years.
Well, we're very excited
to
to
be
have
on
you on our very first show today.
today.
And I want to say something a little unique. I understand that not all the jobs that are on Helmets to Hard Hats are union. Is that correct?
They're not going to be all union.
That's correct.
And
We know that.
everybody has this imagery
No.
that, you know, and it's there. Maybe you can just talk about that a little bit, because where your heart is really just trying to find jobs for people.
That's true. Well, what it is basically, you know, all of the trade unions and all the people involved with the AFL-CIO and the Teamsters, we have certified, DOL certified training centers where we try and recruit people to come to our journeyman and apprenticeship centers to get a job skill, skill trade.
Right.
And what happens is those that want to become Teamsters, we send to the Teamsters.
They become Teamsters.
Those that want to become electricians, we send the electricians.
Local 134, yay!
Basically, we find job training and job placement for anyone. It does not matter to us whether they're union or not. We just want these young people to go to work and start working on building the American dream. That's what it's all about.
And not all their skills match up to the trade, so we've been very clear on that from day one. General President Hoffa, the President of the Teamsters, was probably the first person to nationally say, we anticipate that they're not all going to be union, but we have the greatest resources in the world to hand off to these young men and women who have honorably served. We do that with great pride. The Teamsters are the leaders, I believe, in what they do in workforce efforts. We're proud to be part of it.
Let's get back to looking for jobs for veterans. And Elizabeth, what is that website correctly spelled?
So we can have everybody who's listening to this show go to Helmets to Hard Hats. Am I correct there?
Helmets to Hard Hats website is www.helmetstohardhats.org. That'll take you to a general place that you can register as a veteran. It's a great resource just to look at if you're an employer. And then on top of that, our email, TMAP, T-M-A-P, at teamster.org. That'll get you directly connected with Mick and I, and we'll be happy to reach out back to you and see whatever we can do.
And we always do.
Yeah.
Elizabeth, how about a quick shout out to the troops?
I'm proud to be here. I'm so proud that you continue to give everybody the lines of communication to talk to the troops. But we're all so proud of their hard work and their efforts. And God bless all of the troops and their families who are back home. We're here to serve all of you as well. So thank you so much for giving us the opportunity.
Before signing out with Mr. Yeager, I want to make sure that when you see that yellow and green ribbon on a veteran and it says Vietnam veteran, please walk up to that young man or man, put your hand out and say, welcome home, sir. Welcome home. How about a shout out to our troops, sir?
I want to say hello and thank you and welcome to all my brothers from the 173rd Airborne Brigade and the 75th Ranger Regiment. And all you troops up there, remember, never quit and continue mission.
Amen.
Live, right here at the Soldiers Family Radio and TV Talk Show with Elizabeth Bellcaster from E&B Consultants, Local 786 in Chicago, International Brotherhood of Teamsters. We'll be right back with the Soldiers Family Radio and TV Talk Show.